In terms of increasing value, first, the most important thing is to work on the business, not in it. This is about avoiding being drawn into the operations and the technical side of it, and looking at the macro strategy. What are you doing to increase the recurring revenue? How are you increasing the sustainability of the business? And this is about looking at new products, acquisitions, or strategic alliances. It's not about running management meetings as to whether Fred is any good at his job. Frankly, we know Fred probably isn't any good at his job and probably should have been fired years ago. Those are management meetings. Board meetings are around how do we increase our multiple when we come to sell, how do we increase the sustainability and the brand positioning so that when a buyer looks at it, we've got what we want, we need motivation. And the problem with when people are working in the business rather than on it, the biggest driver for that when we're looking for most business owners is because strategy work doesn't feel like work. It's long-term investment thinking, and it usually has long-term yields. Most business owners get too impatient and are looking for too immediate results, and they feel threatened by the less obvious work, and therefore they fall into a firefighting type mode. But from a value point of view, that's undermining. And I think the most important thing here is to lose the guilt around feeling that you've got to be working hard, because building value is about working smart, not hard. And it's about taking a longer term view rather than being instantly accessible to everyone all the time and just doing the job. Another key element for building value is around looking at the business design. So when you're spending that time working on the business and looking at strategy, most businesses arrive where they are as a point of history. In other words, they've been built up layer upon layer, and there's not been any particular thought or design to the business. But actually, the real key to getting the higher value is to take time out to redesign that business. And think about it, your car is better than the one you had, well, I hope it is, than the one you had 10 or 15 years ago. And that didn't happen by accident. It happened by investment in research and development. It happened by analysis in terms of the dashboard and continuously tuning the product. And it happened by design and purpose. And it happened by looking at what the competition did. And my question really is, how much time are you spending looking at the competition and having a real research and development department for your business? And we're not talking about necessarily R&D on product, we're talking about R&D on business design, research and development on business design. And where are you getting that time to spend that? So to give you an example in terms of a value building strategy, we took a business owner that was firefighting, far too accessible to his team, and got into a position where they were very comfortable having a conversation with their team about why they were going to reduce their accessibility, which made the business less dependent on them, and guess what? That pushes the value up. The other thing is, by having a conversation with the team around why they were reducing the accessibility and spending more time on strategy, it reduced the guilt in terms of not being there all the time. And then they were able to take some time out and think about how they changed the business model. And this particular business was sales recruitment. One of the things that they had going on was a small training element. The training element was a much more forecastable revenue stream than sales recruitment, which is sort of one-off fees, and therefore goes for a higher multiple. So by taking that time out, they were able to spend much more time in that training area. And the strategy before that was really more to scale up more the sales recruitment, which, not being funny, was a bit high volume and low margin work, whereas the training was higher margin as well. So they've got a better design business and a higher value. And we took the value from 2 to 4 million just by holding the mirror up to the way that the MDs looked at spending their time. Now, it sounds, they had all the answers. What we were able to do was give them the permission to make the changes. And that's what we mean by shareholder strategy.